Hey guys, welcome back to the front line. It's your girl Shamar. Come on in the cabin and pull up a seat, guys. Well, guys, it seems like our room got a lot lighter, didn't it, guys? You know, one thing I notice is that once you start talking about things that, people don't want to hear, they're going to get out of Dodge, guys. So to prove that point, I want to show y'all something, right? Actually, I should open this up in Google Studios. I want to prove you guys something here. And you'll notice I got a stronger reception this week, guys. Well, I ordered a better Wi-Fi system so that it wouldn't be thinking like this, but it's still thinking like this. It's probably because my new area to record is in the closet. Don't laugh, guys. It's where I get the best sound at. Alright, let's pause that, guys. Hey guys, we're back. Sorry about the interruption. Yes, we are recording. So guys, I wanted to show y'all something today, right? We got some rare occurrences going on. We got an eclipse today, right guys? Let me show you guys something here, right? Alright, this is my views, right? So let's start with as of the last 7 days. All female. Let's start with as of the last 90 days. Let's go back further, guys. Okay, the reason why I'm showing you guys this is that I want to show you how dedicated I am to this. You'll notice when I first started, I had more male viewers. Right, guys? Of course, because when I first started, I was not on Disgruntled Adam yet. Now, we're on Disgruntled Adam, guys. Look at our viewership. I don't believe this because I do know that I have a few male viewers that still tune in. But guys, I want y'all to know something. See right here? I think this is more true to today. My viewership is more female now, right? Now remember, I'm the same Shamar that showed you who the serpent was. Not one male on this plane was able to show you who the serpent was. They might have poked around at it. They did a couple of things. I showed you who the serpent was. Who do you think showed me that? Wisdom. Wisdom showed me it. Wisdom is inherited by her. Okay? So I am not in the least bit disturbed that the males have fled, because everything I'm going to say is actually going to be to them. You'll notice that the book does not mention much of the mothers. Let's go to it. Let me show y'all something really funny here. Let's go to the word count. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, here's our word count. Let's look at father, 627 times. The mothers are mentioned 159. So what is it that the Creator keeps telling the fathers and their sons? Please tell me, what is it that the Creator is telling the fathers and their sons? That mother is only mentioned 159 times, but father, 627 times. It's mentioned. This message was for y'all. But you know what the Creator told me? You won't listen. There'll only be a tenth of you left. Let me show y'all where that's written, because I said it in my last podcast. So I'm going to back up everything I'm saying real quick, guys. This message might sound very hateful and like it's coming from a dark place, but my viewership let me know, guys, that what I'm seeing is the truth. So now I feel more empowered. That's why that's why you may hear me sound a little bit different, guys. Because now I know what I'm seeing. I am still that same Shamar, guys. But check it out. Isaiah 6. You heard me speak about a tenth of the men left, right, guys? Listen to this. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up. His train filled the temple. Above it stood the seraphim. Each one had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, and with the twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly. And one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the post of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke. Then said I, Woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of the people of unclean lips, for my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of the host. Then flew one of the seraphim unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongs from off the altar. And he laid it upon my mouth and said, Lo, this have touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged. Coal, by the way, guys, also kills worms. And it laid upon my mouth and said, Lo, this have touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send? And who will go for us? Then I said, Here I am, send me. And he said, Go, and tell this people, Hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat. Make their ears heavy. Shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. What's that, guys? Your rear guard. Why does this word healed keep popping up? Number 11. Then I said, Lord, how long? And he answered, Until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. And the Lord have removed men far away, and there'll be a great forsaking in the midst of the land. That's that crying, guys. Those women are crying over the fallen men. Remember I told you about that, guys, the men fallen by the sword. That's that great forsaking. But yet, in it shall be a tenth, and it shall return and shall be eaten, as a teal tree, which is a pistachio tree, guys, and as an oak, whose substance is in them. When they cast their leaves, so the holy seed shall be the substance thereof. It says right here, guys, men removed far away. They don't want to hear that. The minute you found out that Eve didn't sin, it scared you, didn't it? You know what? My whole life, I carried around the weight that Eve sinned, only to find out at 45 she did not. It has been lifted off of me. And now when I see the word men in here, I know exactly who it's talking to, men. You will listen to me by choice or by force. You choose. There'll only be a tenth of you left. It will not rain on you. That's what the Torah told me. Tell me I'm lying. What's this 10th, guys, right here? You know what's funny about that 10th, guys? My mother has a sense of humor. The men have been giving a 10th this entire time. You know who that started with? Started with Abraham. Let me show you. You know what a 10th is? It's Hebrew. Hebrew, tithe. Guys, come on, let's go to it. Let me show you what Abraham did. And then we know why Sarah is blessed. Right, guys? Let's go to what Abraham did. Because Abraham offered a 10th, didn't he? Yes, Abraham did. I'm going to pause it, guys. We got our internet connection back, guys. Abraham's wife Sarah had borne him no children. She had an Egyptian maidservant named Hagar. This is who he slept with, guys, and this is how we get Ishmael. But what I really want to do is get on down here to actually a 17. This one is in 17. Yes. Let's get on here. Abraham offered a tenth to Melchizedek. I wanted to show that to you guys, and I thought that I had put it in here, and for some reason I'm not seeing it. Where is it? Abraham offered the tithe. Here we go. Abraham tithe. Yes, guys. Abraham offered a tenth to Melchizedek. Well, who is Melchizedek, guys? Right? That's the Mormon priesthood, guys. Look it up. Do your research and stop following people blindly. Whatever I bring before you, do your research. Whatever anyone brings before you, you do your own research. Don't blindly follow anyone. Genesis 14:18-20. It says here, in this passage, Abraham's nephew Lot has been taken captive by an invading army. Abraham gathers his trained men and pursues this army to rescue Lot. Abraham is successful and returns from the battle with Lot, Lot's family, all the people who had been taken captive, and all the goods and possessions which had been carried away. On their return trip, Melchizedek, the king of Salem, comes out to meet them and blesses Abraham and blesses God. In response, Abraham gave to Melchizedek a tenth, or a tithe of everything. And that is everything that this text says about tithing. One little line. Who did Abraham give a tithe to, guys? Let's look it up. I think that's right here, guys. No, that's the proper name of Abraham. Hold on, guys. I want to find this thing here. I have got to find out who Melchizedek is. And guys, I had it in the last episode for whatever reason. And then I removed it from here. Well, guys, let's see. Right here, let's see what Britannica tells us about Melchizedek. Who was this that Abraham gave a tithe to? This tenth. Because it looks like to me the Creator has a sense of humor. The Creator only wants a tenth of you, men. Let's see. Melchizedek. In the Hebrew Bible, a figure of importance in biblical tradition because he was both king and priest, was connected with Jerusalem and was revered by Abraham, who paid a tithe to him. He appears as a person only in an interpolate vignette. The story of Abraham rescuing his kidnapped nephew by defeating a coalition of Mesopotamian kings under Chedorlaomer. He gives him bread and wine. But wait a second, what does it say? Precursor of Eucharist. His name entered the canon of the Roman Mass. How about that? And blesses the name of the God Most High, in Hebrew, El Elyon. Guys, this is why I don't say certain things. Melchizedek is an old Canaanite name, meaning my king is the God Sedek. My king is righteous. Some places list Melchizedek as a priest of Canaan. Okay, guys? This is who he honored before he was obedient to our Creator, the God of Israel. This tenth, guys, this comes from the Roman Catholic Church, right, guys? We know this. We know this. And look at Abram's name. I told you guys in the last episode, I was going to show you guys Abram's name. The meaning, right? Prior to being named Abraham, where we find out he's the father of many nations, right? You guys need to see this for yourself. No one wants to talk about why when the Saracens came in, they were looking for Sarah sons. They weren't looking for Abraham's sons, guys. They were looking for Sarah's sons, right? Let's get to the meaning of Abram. Because Abram means exalted. Okay? Here we go. It connects with the Almighty, it says. All right. A masculine name. Abram is observed to mean signifies high father or exalted father, guys. Right here. Didn't I tell you guys that he went from being the exalted one to Sarah? Listen to what Sarah's name was before the Creator changed her name. Sarai. Remember, it was Sarai first, guys, originally. The baby girl named Sarai is pronounced in English as Sarai. Sarai is largely used in English and Hebrew, and it is derived from Hebrew origins. A biblical name, it's derived literally from the word Sarai, which is of the meaning contentious, quarrelsome. The name in the Bible was by the mother of Isaac and wife of Abraham. She was earlier known as Sarai, but God gave her the more well-meaning name, Sarah, Princess Lady, before her son's birth. Guys, we know that we saw Sarah as chief in other places as well. It was more than just lady, all right, guys, or princess. Sarah is raised up. Abraham is brought down from his previous status of exalted father to a father of nations. Sarah is raised up to chief. So when they came with this dumb diversa, seeking the Sarah sons, we know who they were seeking. And it sure enough wasn't Abraham's sons, now was it? Right here, guys. The Saracens. But check it out. Pope Nicholas V issued the papal bull Dum Diversas on the 18th of June, 1452. It authorized Alfonso V of Portugal to reduce any Saracen, guys, not Abraham's sons, any Saracens and pagans and any unbelievers to perpetual slavery. This facilitated the Portuguese slave trade from West Africa. Guys, because at the end of this paragraph, they're going to tell you another little secret. The same Pope wrote the bull, Romanus Pontifex, on January 5th, 1455, to the same Alfonso. As a follow-up to the Dum Diversas, it extended to the Catholic nations of Europe Dominion over discovered lands during the Age of Discovery, along with sanctifying the seizure of non-Christian lands. It encouraged the enslavement of native, non-Christian people in Africa and the New World. Okay, guys? What was this obsession with the New World? They sure weren't invading Africa in the 1452s, now were they? Listen to this. Inheritance was the woman's, guys. All right, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to keep proving this every week. Tune in. We weigh all in singular the premises with due meditation, and noting that since we had formerly, by other letters, of our granted among other things, free and ample faculty, to the aforesaid King Alfonso, to invade, search out, capture, vanquish, and subdue all Saracens and pagans whatsoever, and other enemies of Christ, wheresoever placed in the kingdoms, dukedoms, principalities, dominions, possessions. Remember, guys, inheritance is the woman, and all movable and immovable goods whatsoever held and possessed by them, and to reduce their persons to perpetual slaveries, and to apply and appropriate to himself and his successors, the kingdoms, dukedoms, courts, principalities, dominions, possessions, and goods, and to convert them to his, and their use and profit, by having secured the said faculty, the said King Alfonso, or by his authority, the aforesaid Infante, justly and lawfully has acquired and possess, and doth possess, these islands, lands, harbors, and seas. They do of right belong and pertained to the said King Alfonso and his successor. This was a mess right here, guys, because right here, they converted them to their use and profit. It was to apply this right here, guys, and appropriate. This was where they took our names. This is where they took our lands. This is where they took our culture, guys. And right now, the man can't see that. I know that finding out that Adam left the garden was going to be very scary for the men, because a reality would have had to hit them. That everything that you learned was not correct. This came to your shores, this belief system that Adam left with Eve. I don't believe our people believed that story. We didn't hold that story because we knew the true Torah prior to this invasion. But it was honey to your ears. Right, guys? Because it lifted the weight off of you. And you didn't have to listen to us anymore, like the Torah prescribed. Do not reject your mother's Torah. Guys, the Creator said, I will bless her. And he said that right here. And it was about Sarah, guys. When they came, they were looking for Sarah's sons. I will bless her. And every week, I'm going to keep proving. I'm going to keep proving. Sorry, guys. I'm going to keep proving that it's her seed. That who we're looking for, who has the enmity, it's her seed. That's what the Torah says. You mad at me or you mad at Torah? Much love, guys, from the front line. I'll see you guys next Sabbath. Take care.